Okay. So, I'm back up here with Pokemon Blue. And I just ate right now. I still have a bit of a headache from just having a crappy day today. I don't know. Woke up sort of early, but then like I kept snoozing, and I don't know. Anyway, since it's been a while since Blue was really touched last. I trained some stuff up off stream, and I got everything up to like 40-ish. I specifically, gave Kabuto and Panita 39, just because, like, that would be an evolution. So I think my goal for this stream is, like, minimum to beat the last 3 gyms in Blue. And that does mean that I should do Silphco. And I'm gonna do Silphco. You can see by the tracker that I am done catching Pokemon in this game. Like, there is nothing that I need to outright catch. It's just either evolving or getting Porygon. It's just good to get this final time waster out of the way. Well, it's not the final one. Gold still has the radio tower and the rocket hideout, but yeah, this is basically all there is to it. Between 2 streams ago and the last stream, I leveled up a bunch of stuff in this game and in Yellow, so that they're on the cusp of evolving. So same thing basically with Kabuto and Panita here, except just for like extra random stuff. So like, for example, I have a Dugong at level 33, and I think it's either in this game or in Yellow. I have a Doduo. It's actually at level 31 because I ended up accidentally running into a trainer right about the point where I was going to stop leveling up. So I had to cancel the evolution, and it has like 1 more level left to go. But beyond that, yeah, this should just be like a lot of quick evolutions whenever I decide to do that. Dragonair, I actually decided to teach Thunderbolt. So, there we go. Actually has like a functional move now. There we go. We can officially do that. Flush him again. Yeah, buddy. Kabutops is sick. If you disagree, then you might get slashed. I'm just saying. There we go. I like how the note was sustained for so long in that. Electrode weirdly tends to do that whenever its cry happens. So far, this wasn't the most tedious thing ever. I think I just sort of grew numb to it as we went along. Oh nice, there's a Pokeball, like, the Pokeball sprite got glitched to the other side there. That was pretty good. I know there's like a thing you can do with like the old man in Cinnabar. Also this guy, oh, you know what, also this guy right here, he says I smell a little rat, which makes sense, because I remember I went on this whole tangent a while back where one of the Rocket Grunts says, like, "Are you lost, you little rat?" And they changed that to mouse, like, "you little mouse," in the remakes, which sounds a lot less threatening. And I don't know if that was by design or not. Like, it's just like, ooh, that, it sounds kind of weird. We're calling kids, like, little rats, Call them little mouseies, mooses. I really do think that theory that the rival was originally going to be, like, a Team Rocket member has some weight to it. Because, like, what is he doing in Silphco? He said he hailed you here. But he was obviously here first. So, I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, he's pretty lame. Giovanni's lame. You use Surf, go around, and right here, if you just go left to the door, once the text comes in, the old man's just on the roof until he teleports down to the right spot. I'm not sure what's up with that. I think it's just the way that it's like the spawns work in this game. It's kind of weird. Boom. God, you know, this just isn't my day. Like, I have a headache. I also sort of burnt, like, part of my lip yesterday. I was trying to make something. Wow, flamethrower, okay. This early? Alright. I guess level 35 isn't that early, but... No! The final boss to protect the secret key is a Grimer. I mean, it is a pretty catchy tune, though. Boom. I'll wake up with a, you know, a tune that's known to be a little catchy. I mean, it is pretty catchy, too. I'm not gonna lie. This is probably the rainy day that I think I was talking about, where I wanted to inflate my numbers a little. So I'm just gonna get a bunch of, like, evolutions done. I'm just gonna mash the hell out of the A button for the next several minutes. I know if I'm gonna completely, like, empty my wallet for this, but, like, you know, we have a lot of excess money. I think we can get to 3,500. We can go a little higher than that, but just to save, like, the tiniest bit of money, let's just get to 3,500 coins and we'll stop. Okay. Alright. Alright, there we go. That's what I care about. And we get a level up out of it too. You know, the connector cable, like, coming out of the GameCube controller I have is, like, I think it just, like, got detached from where it should be. So it's like, I'm seeing the thinner, like, cable starting to poke out. I hope it doesn't, like, break somehow midway, like, playing this, and then I just, like, have one less GameCube controller to work with. Not that that matters, like, it would just still be funny. That burglar gave me a surprising amount of money. Like, what was that, 3,330 something? And these super nerds, these guys are broke as hell. I thought you're a nerd. I thought you gotta go study and get good jobs to pay better. Pay me better. That's how it works. Good job, buddy. You had a chance and you wasted it. You had a chance to, like, do even a little bit of damage to me. Bro, come on. Alright, last one. I wish I had, like, more enthusiasm for, like, the final Gen 1 gym. But there's not really much I can say. It's just Giovanni. I mean, I think that's at least a little bit in, like, the fault of the game. Considering, like, he's not that bad at all. Like, especially as Ace, like, you're gonna be like, oh, well, a level 50 Rhydon, that'd be kind of crazy. But, like, one Surf just kills it, and you need at least something with Surf. I guess it doesn't have to be a full-blown teammate, but, like, you're probably gonna have something with Surf. Level 47, jeez. Ooh, that could hurt. Oh, wait, that didn't do much at all. Wait, what the fuck? It actually had a power of 35, oh my god. Wing attack sucks fucking ass. Okay. We only need 1,000 more coins, which is, again, $20,000. Still think it's a bit odd that they They didn't do like a music override for this. They did in their remakes though, which is kind of interesting. I mean, that's just like a general pro tip. You want to make an epic part of your game near the end? Do a music override. Where like Undertale did that with the core, and then Deltarune later did that with like the Queen's Palace, which is pretty cool. Alright, I'm just gonna catch this level 26 Sandshrew. Why not? Okay. You know, this is just like randomly like a thing that I'm thinking about, but so in Gen 1, Wrap didn't trap you in the battle. Like, you could still switch out in Gen 1 if you were being wrapped. I don't know if that was the intention, though, because in the anime, like, when Ash was fighting Brock, Pikachu got, like, wrapped up. I mean, I guess Onix has Bind, but, like, same deal. So Pikachu was like being trapped by Onix, and Ash was trying to like pull him back with the Pokeball. It's like, you know, he was trying to, you know, call him back to the ball, and Pikachu just refuses. I almost kind of wonder if, like, maybe in part, that's just because, like, in later generations with Wrap, you can't switch out. I don't know if there was like an intention behind that. Hell yeah. No, you didn't see me. None of you guys have seen me yourself. I initiated this. You can't blue ball me like this, dude. It's not my fault, but you don't feel appreciated. You know, I know it's not the best, but I'd almost consider putting it on Kabutops, considering like its special attack isn't that great. Well, it's better than Absorb, so I'll do that. Sure. Hey game, I'm off my bike. You don't need to keep playing the bike music. Yeah, so I'm gonna like have a detour with my money route instead of putting it all towards Porygon. I need to put it towards you know, like actually beating the Elite Four. Ugh. Picture just kind of freaked out there when I hit the Parasect. I don't know if that showed up. Oh yeah, this guy has a Lickitung. Now I remember. The Lickitung isn't totally unused. This one guy who's in a very obscure spot in Victory Road. I mean, I guess it's next to Moltres, but still, it's kind of an obscure spot. He has a Lickitung, so... yeah, so Lickitung we can't call obscure anymore. I just realized that the beauty sprite, she's dropping her Pokeball. She's gonna like throw it on the ground like that, what the hell? Have you heard of the legendary Pokemon? Never heard of them. It's not like I have them all. What does he say about them anyway? Are all birds of prey? Okay. Yeah, okay, so they're just predators. Predator birds. Articuno does not strike me as a predator. Zapdos is like a hummingbird, so that's not really it either. Moltres, I don't know, kind of looks like burnt. Like, okay, of the three, Articuno is just like a duck. Zapdos is a hummingbird, and Moltres is like fried chicken. Not even alive, just fried chicken. Oh my god. We got a music glitch. I think it's kind of funny that the in battle, when you like use your Pokemon menu, the first option is switch, then the next is stats, and then cancel. But on the overworld, it's stats, then switch, then cancel. So they swapped the order of those two. And I'm pretty sure that's consistent throughout a few of the games. Like, that's not exclusive to Gen 1. Oh, finally. Hyper Beam. I could actually you know, afford that. Thunder Wave isn't really that helpful right now, especially with Thunderbolt. Like, I mean, Rap's not very helpful either, actually, now. Like, yeah, it could be kind of overpowered in some cases, but like, still a little inaccurate and it's just annoying. I guess I could put on an X accuracy if I had one, but I hate that the enemy just spams like these fucking moves over and over again. Though there is an advantage in that it doesn't even realize that I'm already paralyzed, or so I'm already confused. Alright, well, whatever. I would say something about, like, that was her other super potion, but I genuinely have no idea how many the AI has, if it even has, like, a finite amount. I really don't even know. You have 5 super potions. Okay. Okay, buddy. Agatha. Agatha! What is wrong with this game? I swear to God. That was terrible. So, I'm considering just resetting from that, but we'll keep trudging along. We'll see what happens. One more time. Lance! You piece of you actual fucking I don't know how many any of these Elite Four team members have. So, fuck it. I was gonna save Hyper Beams, but no, man. It's just gonna be in like a Hyper Beam state where all it does is fucking use Hyper Beam. Maybe Kabutops can get a little bit of damage in while we're waiting. Okay, well, you won't kill unless you crit. And even then, I don't think you'll kill. Yeah. Well, hopefully it doesn't crit. Then Blastoise can survive a Hyper Beam. Alright, come on, let's make Dragonite use something on me. No. Fuck off. Fuck right off. Okay. I feel like I'm putting myself into like a similar situation than I was in like Crystal when Umbreon just fucking tanked the rest of the team. But I think I'm gonna save. X specials, don't fail me. It didn't fail me. Alright, that's the final boss. It really is. Everything else is just like the minions. The minions. The guaranteed, pretty much guaranteed crits are really helping too. Nice. Probably just within range too. Oh, very good. Alright, that's 4 for 6, beating the game. Wait, no. No, yellow, gold... No, yeah, that is 4 for 6. Yeah, 4 for 6. Sorry, I forgot how to count today. Alright, that's great. I think I'm gonna go take a piss. So I'll be back in a minute, and then we're gonna go buy Porygon. It's yeah. So we should have at least 20,000. We do. Okay, good. 1, 2, 3. I got 4. No, the header comes down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Just a little shy of $10,000 left. There's still a decent amount, actually, in this game. Porygon! Done! Porygon. We have 2 Pokemon left. Both I can get in yellow. And this is where blue will be hanging around until it completes the dex. I know I typically do trades off screen. However, considering I'm this close to the end, I think this is like a reasonable exception. This is typically how I do most trades, where I just... the game that needs the Pokemon, I just trade it with like whatever's like last in its party. And so the last thing in its party shuffles through all of the needed stuff from the game that actually has the like other new stuff. There's a special weather statement. What does it say? Around, like, the Toronto area. Minor severity. Okay. Strong northwesterly... Northwesterly. That's a word? Northwesterly? Strong northwesterly wind gusts tonight. Yeah, it's been, like, crazy windy the last little while here. Hazard. Northwesterly, oh, same thing. Northwesterly wind gusts of 70 to 80 kilometers. Timing beginning this evening and diminishing early Saturday morning. Utility outages may occur. That's... I don't want that to happen. The precaution, like, statement they want is just, like, you know, just be careful. That's pretty much the gist of it. just be careful, guys. It could be, you know, not good. You know, not really too good. You know, I still love how your rival basically, like he mentions this in Cerulean, where he's like, oh, you know, Bill showed me, like, a lot of new stuff. And also in the SSN, he already has, like, 40 things. At least what he, like, claims, you know? Which it is possible, it's just you would technically need to do so much grinding to do that. Or like a shitload of trades or something. I don't know, man. Like, then suddenly, near the end of the game, he stops caring about that, and of course that's the one time where you actually have a chance to, like, actually, you know, get your Pokedex before him, and now he's suddenly like, okay, well, you know, that doesn't really matter anymore. What an asshole. Like, fuck, imagine you're, like, let's say, like, you really like doing, like, playing soccer with someone, right? And they keep rubbing it in how much better they are at the game than you, and they're just like, oh, you know, you suck, you do this, and then you go through, like, a training arc, and you get so fucking good at soccer, and the next time you see them, you kick their ass at, and they're like, well, yeah, you know, soccer is, like, kind of a useless skill anyway. Like, I don't know why anyone bothers with that. It's like, shut the fuck up, dude. He doesn't, like, I guess your rival doesn't, like, outright say anything like that, but that's what it comes across to me, considering he never talks about it again. What the fuck is this music? Another music glitch again? Is that on the other one? No, the other one's normal. I want to let this play out. That's fucking amazing. It's like half tempo. Does it still happen? Oh wait, no, it doesn't happen when you're outside the trading thing. Do 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 do. I really need to find some topic to do, because, like, this is all this is gonna be. All fucking day. You know, actually, so, I guess I might as well talk about this. There's been this, so there's this, like, B3313. I actually really wanted to play it on stream, and I hope to soon. I want to get this project done first. And it's actually kind of unfortunate, because I was planning to do this project, and then I think, like a week or two before I actually streamed the first time, or maybe it was, like, even a week after, I don't remember, the actual full release of B3313 came out. Like, I wasn't thinking necessarily about doing, like, the abandoned version, and I wasn't planning on doing the unofficial one where it was, like, sort of some of the people, but they did it behind the creator's back, sort of-ish. But the fact that the creator himself actually finished it, that made me really interested in actually playing, and I've messed around with it for a couple minutes. Nothing, like, super huge. This is also, like, a very minor challenge at the end of the day. It's not even something I'm necessarily gonna stick with, but I noticed that Pokemon Crystal, which I think is the most, like, the longest game, like, playtime hour-wise. I think it's about at, like, 43, 44 hours. I thought it would be interesting if I could try to beat this challenge before it hits 50. I don't know if I will. Such a bad Porygon sprite in yellow. I gotta show it off, because I need to put yellow in a second anyway, but my god. Pokemon Blue has put in all the work that it could possibly do. It just needs to wait for the last two things from Yellow, which can be done in, like, a couple, like, a minute or two, realistically. Okay, no, more than that, but you know what I mean. A couple minutes. And then we trade him right back. We show off the diploma, and Blue is just done. Blue's just done. Red's gonna be done very shortly after, too. It's already level 33, as you can see, so, as you can see... Oh, it was boosted, too. Nice. Okay. Hooray, the trading arc is done. Yay. Wait, hold on. Okay, technically now it's good. Yeah, so, before I evolve a Gloom, I should at least point out that I now have 150, right, in the Pokedex? It really just strikes me how not fast the bike is in this game. I mean, it's not super slow, and compared to walking, I guess it's faster, but I don't know. Yo, here we go. Yay! Ugh, so bright. So bright and red. That's a good Vileplume, though. That's funny. That's funny. God, someone's gonna walk in here and they're just barely not gonna be able to see that, that Dugong and Vileplume are in blue. They're like, hey, it looks like you clicked them all off. What's with the, 149 there? And then they're gonna, like, spend, like, an hour counting. They're gonna say, oh, there's only two that I actually can't get, and you have to find out which one they are. But it turns out they're all there. I would be that person. I just want people to be aware of this fact. Why is it so slow? Did Yellow make them slower? Oh, that was fast. What the hell? Was it because I was holding a direction? I was holding a direction during those first couple ones, I think. I did in fact do the Mew glitch, yes. Hello there, also. What the fuck is this guy doing? He's not done withdrawing. Yeah, I haven't updated in a while, actually. Yeah, I should probably do that. Let me do that real quick. Well... well, perhaps he is. On... yellow. Alright. Yeah, I rarely don't, also thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. I rarely update, just because I swap a lot between the games. Though I haven't done Crystal in a little bit, so... Nice, nice. Same here. This is on, like, Game Boy Player. Oh, nice, the, N64. Like, the... I remember someone else did this. I don't know if they mentioned that they completed the Dex, but... it was like Pokemon Stadium, right? I heard that in Stadium there's like there's this like speed up option that you can do. You basically have to beat the game to actually use the speed up option, which is a bit silly. Like not the cartridge, but like Pokemon Stadium 2 you have to beat. Yeah, I that's not something I feel like I could do. Unless I had like a very strict guide. I think what sucks the most about it is like, and I get why they do this, but it's like, it's this ladder of like, you know, you beat one, you have to beat them all in a row. Ooh, Venusaur, no. Yeah, like it's not so much that doing that is difficult, but because it's like, because you have to do it all in a row. I think with the single team for round 2, but I'm not sure. Maybe you could switch them up. But either way, like, you have to do like so much consecutively without fucking up. A lot with the same team. I imagine it's pretty thrilling as much as it is difficult. But I think it is kind of strange just how much more difficult it is than like the main like series games. yeah, that makes sense. I know you are able to bring in your own Pokemon from the game, so like at least that's an option. I've heard that trying to do it with the rental Pokemon they have there is quite difficult. I don't think I ever planned to necessarily do that, but if I did, I would not be looking forward to that. Oh, no, okay, so I'm doing this whole challenge with all 3 Gen 1 games and all 3 Gen 2 games. Red and Blue, it was Red that went into the Unknown Dungeon, so Red's pretty much done. It basically just has like 2 things that I evolved like today in Yellow. The more easy way to have done this would be to just solve it all in one game. Like make Yellow, for example, complete the Dex in Yellow and not care about Red and Blue. It would definitely involve a lot less trades and accounting for Pokemon that you can't get, but like, I don't know. I did not know this. Is this a thing? You can evolve it into Kangaskhan? It's like, hold up. I was not made aware of this, and I'm glad I was made aware of this now. 1 rare candy after teaching it Fly. What the really? Yeah, the only reason I wanted to pick Pidgeot was because, like, you need to evolve it really late, so it might as well be a part of the party, you know? Actually, between Fearow and Dodrio, I really like Dodrio. Why is Lorelei possibly the hardest Elite Four member, aside from maybe Lance? Also, what the fuck? That just outright killed. Okay. They're just like, they're so unnecessarily bulky. Yeah, like, yeah. I claim to have no to do no particular challenges here. I didn't really want to move Pikachu around at all, at least from this game. Main reason is just because, like, I feel like it's not right. feel like it's not right for this game to lose Pikachu. Even temporarily. Yeah, that's really sad. I don't want that to happen. The Elite Four members, they just kind of have however many healing items as the game demands. And in this game, you know, they don't take priority. Also, what the Thrash? The game just gives them ad hoc potions. Literally just when necessary. Here's a potion. I don't understand. Is there a limit? I've never really, like, studied this. It just seems like the game sometimes gives them and sometimes does not. Oh yeah, no, I generally prefer not to use legendaries anyway, but sometimes I'll give in. I'll give in. I'm not above that. Typically I try not to, though. Trust me, I would have heavily considered it. There's also the matter of just, like, because I want it, you know, I want to get everything done. Like, Snorlax does not have anything to, like, evolve to, so it might have just been a waste to keep it until such a high level. I apologize if I do end up resetting just kind of unceremoniously if this goes too poorly. But, like, I'm also not above doing that. No casualties! I missed Hypnosis so many times, I'm thankful. We're not doing the stereotype of like when the AI does it, it's like 100% accurate. And when I do it, it's like 5%. Acceptable. Dream Eater. Acceptable. Dream Eater. Can you stop being fucking fully paralyzed? Oh my god. Good lord. You know, literally, if you shall strike me down, I'll be unparalyzed, and therefore, I will return stronger than you can imagine. Whatever the line was, I don't remember. Okay. Don't do it! You motherfucker! Actually, motherfucker! I have to give Lance props. He is the final boss, or, like, well, you know, aside from the rival. For a reason, he does completely stupid shit like this. Hyper Beam is way too busted in this game. I don't know who thought this was a good idea, or, like, how they didn't realize this was a problem. Yeah, Vaporeon knows Ice Beam. It's not fast enough to get one off, though. So I'm forced to either revive stall all my way to, like, nothing. Okay, hold on. It will die to one Thunder, I believe. Well, wait, actually... No! No, you can't PP stall in Gen 1. The enemy has infinite PP of every move in this game. Wait, I could survive a Thunder, maybe? Do you think I could survive a Thunder if I Hyper Potion up to full? Because, like, I have, like, 126... I'm gonna try. Okay, yeah, it's probably... You're probably correct at all that. Yeah, I remember I need to reset after all this. Oh, wait, wow! Okay, wait, hold on. Don't stop hitting Thunder! Stop hitting a 70% accurate move while I'm having trouble hitting... Oh my god, no. Reset. Fuck you. Fuck you, Lance. You don't get the satisfaction of even looking at a man about to it's about to pass out. We set up we'll say 3x speeds. I think that should cover everything. I know. It's actually insane just how, like, how much I used to diss like stat moves, and I'm like, wow, this is actually amazing. All right, I think with 4x specials, this Dragonite with 4 times effective Hyper Beam is absolutely murdered. Like, oh yeah. that was probably like overdoing it a little bit. I feel a little like cheap for doing that, but like after all those crits he got in like the last attempt and like just how awful that was, I really couldn't risk anything. Yeah, he's the homie in Gen 2. In Gen 1, I don't know, man. He ain't no homie to me. I forget if he has a Pidgeot in this game. I think he actually has a Fearow. But more to the point, he actually starts with, Sand Slash. I don't think that'll kill, but that could do a lot of damage. Am I just invisible? What the hell? I was originally going to set up against Sand Slash, and while I still might, well, at least with like 1x special, Earthquake is actually showing to do a lot of damage. Also, Slash could be very brutal. I do need to set up X specials like right away if I can have any chance of surviving this thing. Okay, that actually was pretty alright. Okay, can we not hit ourselves, please? As like a collective community, you know? Okay. That's good, that's good. Alright. We got past the true final boss. And I actually beat... I mean, in this game, it's not much better. But yeah, in this game, it's the final boss. And then everyone else is just the remaining fodder that could still kill you if you're not careful, but, you know. Okay, so this guy has a Vaporeon last. Okay, so Vaporeon here, if I die, not the worst thing in the world. Can you not... My god. Alright. You can't switch out of that. That's not what I meant to do. Don't worry about it. Evaded the attack. Okay. Alright, I think if as long as I just revive Vaporeon, I just win. Actually, Pidgeot could definitely like fly stall this thing a little bit. That'd be pretty funny. Good game. Alright, that's all 3 Generation 1 games. Finally done. I still need the diploma on red and blue. And I guess I still need to look at the diploma. That's my goal for the end of this game. To look at the diploma. I know, right? Fucking huge. Thanks. Alright. Oh, they're fast in this one. And this isn't an emulator thing. I hope my cartridge is, like, legit. Because... unless that's just how yellow is. I don't know. Like, red and blue, I know the emulator makes this go by faster. Like, this is really fast. That was honestly one of the lowest levels I think I've ever beat the Elite Four in this game, so... Of course, I definitely needed a lot of items, but, like, still pretty cool detail, I guess. That actually might have been the lowest level. For all I know. I don't really remember. Professor Oak rating. Your Pokedex is fully complete. Congratulations. Oh, like the printer? Yeah, we'll print out the diploma. Oh, yeah. I've seen those. Or I've heard of those. Maybe not that one specifically, but like there's a lot of variations of that. That seems pretty neat. Done. Oh god. I don't mind that. Like, I mean, Oh, I can show it off to you guys? Oh yeah, Yellow, I guess, added this. You finished the Pokedex. Want me to print out a diploma? Actually, can you play me the ant sound? Should we do it? So sad. That was part of the story. That was canon. I'm kind of like I'm glad to do it, obviously, and that unfortunately that really sucks. Your save file. Was it due to like a faulty battery, or I actually found out recently that if you have like a Game Boy Advance that just like doesn't have a great power supply and it like turns on and off momentarily, that could actually be the cause of like a save file being deleted. I don't know if that was like the reason, but if that is, that's like super unfortunate. I actually had that happen earlier in this challenge. Guess I'll have to show up the diploma on red as well, just for completeness, I suppose. Not that it's like really any different. I guess I was sort of a little preoccupied. How's your day been, dude? You've been having a good time? Just this Friday evening. So 1. There we go. Just to make sure, 151 out of 151. These guys, they don't really say anything else. Yeah, so Yellow actually just added extra dialogue, so that's kind of cool. Everyone, and by everyone I mean one person, and by one person I mean this is stupid. Don't even do this. Say goodbye to Red. Red's leaving. It's done. It's finished. It's over. Say goodbye to Yellow. It's done. It's over. It's accomplished its mission. It has made a better world for all the other cartridges, I guess. I don't know. But, you know. Alright. The third diploma of 6. To be sure, we do have 151. Very nice. Wait, hold on. What happened there? You can't prove to me you didn't just see that, right? I could press right and then see all these? Oh, I didn't know that. I always just thought I could go up and down and then it didn't work for some reason. Yeah. That's a great Sudowoodo, like, tiny sprite. I didn't really even acknowledge that much, but that's so funny. It just wiggles like that. Oh my god. This is just like a little deep dive into what I have to put up with in this challenge. So maybe this is in part because, you know, Gen 2 will finally have the Gen 1 Pokedex complete. That's why I'm showing this off. But, like, it's also just important to note that, like, I struggle. I'm gonna edit this thing, actually. Gen 2. Okay. What was that time? 44. Nice. I would say that was a pretty productive day. Despite a lot of that, like, end part just being a bunch of trades and shit. We'll just ignore that. I guess next time, maybe next week, or I always say Sunday, it's a possibility, but I don't know. I feel like just doing these once a week is more than good enough for me. And that was a bit more than I can handle, to be honest. Just because I have to edit this stuff down a lot. But anyway, in terms of what I'd be doing, I'd probably go back to Gold and finish off finish off all gold, whatever gold needs to do. There's still a handful of stuff that needs evolving through levels, but again, the levels are the amount of levels I need to get is slowly but surely shrinking. It's not much else to say. Oh yeah, and then we got Ho and Celebi. We'll see you guys later.